Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys finally signed top remaining running back to one-year contract. At the start of the week, the Cowboys' number one running back was 2023 sixth-round draft pick Deuce Vaughn, the 5'6" spark plug who had just 40 yards on 23 attempts last year. By the end of business on Monday, though, the Cowboys finally made a move to keep the team's top remaining running back in place, re-signing 26-year-old fifth-year veteran Rico Dowdle to a new contract. Dowdle, according to a report from the Dallas Morning News, signed a one-year deal worth $1.255 million for the upcoming year. He had 89 attempts for 361 yards and 2 touchdowns last season. According to Spotrac, Dowdle's market value was estimated at $2 million per year, and the site had him in line for a 3-year, $6.2 million contract. Dowdle took considerably less, which has been the Cowboys' standard all throughout free agency. They have entered this offseason not to acquire talent that can push them over the hump in the postseason next winter, but to find the most rock-bottom deals they can find as they contemplate new contracts for Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb. As beat writer Michael Gelkin reported on Twitter/X on Monday, RB Rico Dowdle has agreed to re-sign with the Cowboys. One-year contract is worth $1.255 million, including $200,000 signing bonus, a person close to situation said. While bringing back Dowdle is a welcome move among Cowboys fans, the context in which the move is happening is not so welcome. Entering free agency, it seemed that if the Cowboys were to find a way to upgrade the offense, running back would be the spot. Tony Pollard struggled last year and the team could have pursued some of the biggest-name halfbacks on the market: Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones. Instead, owner Jerry Jones and his front office twiddled their thumbs as the top RBs came off the board. Pollard bolted for the Titans at the opening of free agency. The Cowboys responded with a shrug. It quickly became clear that the strategy at running back was not to re-sign Pollard or land a top name. The strategy always was to sit back and land a starter as a rookie in the NFL draft. There will be plenty of options available in rounds 2 to 4, but the Cowboys run the risk of whomever they draft simply not being up to snuff in the NFL. But now, there's always Dowdle. Though he is number one on the depth chart now, he is expected to work as a backup once the season gets rolling. In 4 seasons to date, we have seen Dowdle for the Cowboys only in short stints. He was an undrafted free agent out of South Carolina in 2020, and stuck on the roster as a rookie, playing special teams and tallying 7 rushing attempts as the third stringer behind Ezekiel Elliott and Pollard. A hip injury torpedoed his 2021 season, though, and an ankle injury limited him to 5 games in 2022. But last season, with Elliott gone, Dowdle made some relief appearances for Pollard and rushed for a career-high 79 yards and a touchdown in the Week 10 win over the Giants. Perhaps that showing should give some hope that Dowdle could be the starter if needed. But it remains the only time in his career that Dowdle has topped 50 yards running. Raiders pegged a big-name fit for ex-Cowboys 5-time Pro Bowler. The Raiders have done well to address several spots on the roster in the past 8 days. Yes, NFL free agency is only 8 days old, but if there is a place that still needs an upgrade, it is in the defensive backfield, where cornerback depth is lacking. But CBS Sports has what could be an ideal fit for a short-term solution to the problem: 5-time Pro Bowl veteran Stephon Gilmore, a free agent from the Cowboys. Nate Hobbs is an excellent nickelback. In-season acquisition Jack Jones played well after he'd been cut by the Patriots and signed on to play for his old college coach, Antonio Pierce, but Jones has had an erratic career and shouldn't be relied upon to be a starter. Last year's 4th-round draft pick, Jacorian Bennett, struggled badly and ranked 124th out of 127 corners according to Pro Football Focus's grading system. Enter Gilmore, who has become something of a hired hand here late in his career. He is 33 and has played for 4 different teams in the last 4 years. But he is still a top-shelf corner and could be a short-term fix for a Raiders team looking to compete in 2024. At least, from the perspective of CBS Sports' Cody Benjamin, Gilmore is a fit in Las Vegas. In an article titled, 2024 NFL Free Agent Matchmaker, Ryan Tannehill to Broncos, Odell Beckham Jr. to Jets, other big-name fits, Gilmore to the Raiders was prominent on the list. Wrote Benjamin, the former All-Pro cover man could still be in play for a Dallas Cowboys encore, but Antonio Pierce has a bigger need at the position in Las Vegas, where the defensively minded Raiders can also offer more money. Working at the back end of a unit with Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins also has its draws. Gilmore played all 17 games for Dallas last year, but he struggled in the playoffs with a shoulder injury that required surgery. Still, he is expected to be ready for 2024. He has a championship pedigree, having helped the Patriots to a Super Bowl win at the end of the 2018 season. It helps, too, that Gilmore has a fan and star Raiders receiver Davante Adams. Back when Gilmore left the Patriots in 2020, Adams wasted no time trying to recruit him to the Packers. Gilmore wrote a farewell to the Patriots on Instagram, and in the comments, Adams wrote, "Call me." Gilmore might be available on the cheap, given where the market is. He is coming off a contract in which he earned $20 million over 2 years, originally signed by the Colts in 2022. According to Spotrac, he has a market value of $11.4 million on a 1-year deal. Given his age, that makes some sense. But given the state of the market, he could wind up having to sign on a discount deal with a playoff contender. The Raiders will almost certainly use a high pick on a cornerback in the upcoming draft, but Gilmore would be an ideal placeholder. Pro Football Focus projects a Gilmore deal at 1 year, $10 million. The site summed up his free agent credentials. Gilmore's trade from the Indianapolis Colts to the Dallas Cowboys this offseason got him back to playing contending football, and he hasn't skipped a beat at any point as he's moved around over the past few years. Gilmore still thrives in single coverage and can jostle with the more physical receivers who play through contact, timing his leap well on contested catches and jumping routes with top-end play recognition. Cowboys 5-time Pro Bowler predicted to bolt for Raiders. It has not been the most exciting start to NFL free agency for Dallas Cowboys fans, hoping the team would make a big splash. The majority of moves involving the Cowboys have involved veterans leaving Dallas. Additional exits could be on the way if Dallas continues the franchise's frugal ways as the team attempts to prepare for lucrative contract extensions for some of their stars. CBS Sports' Cody Benjamin offered predictions for some of the top remaining free agents. The NFL analyst predicted that the Las Vegas Raiders will land Stephon Gilmore. Benjamin believes the Raiders will be willing to pay Gilmore a more lucrative salary than the Cowboys. The former All-Pro cover man could still be in play for a Dallas Cowboys encore, but Antonio Pierce has a bigger need at the position in Las Vegas, where the defensively minded Raiders can also offer more money, Benjamin noted in a March 18, 2024 story titled, 2024 NFL Free Agent Matchmaker, Ryan Tannehill to Broncos, Odell Beckham Jr. to Jets, other big-name fits. Working at the back end of a unit with Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins also has its draws. Las Vegas has already made a big splash this offseason by signing star defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. The Raiders would be keeping this momentum going if the team makes a run at the corner. Gilmore is coming off a 2-year, $20 million contract the defender played on last season in Dallas. The 5-time Pro Bowler had a $9.9 million cap hit in 2023. Spotrac projects Gilmore's market value to be a 1-year, $11.1 million contract. Gilmore posted 68 tackles, 13 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions while starting in all 17 games last season. The Cowboys have been linked to an interest in re-signing Gilmore. Dallas has already re-signed Jordan Lewis, returns Darren Bland, and Trayvon Diggs is also slated to play after missing all of 2023. Gilmore earned a 74.4 grade from Pro Football Focus last season, down from the 79.1 the corner received in 2022. DallasCowboys.com's Patrick Walker reported that the Cowboys are attempting to re-sign Gilmore. He has a decision to make, as all free agents do, but the Cowboys are still very much in on trying to keep Stephon Gilmore, Walker said in a March 14 message on X. Dallas has lost several key players in free agency, but the team also re-signed a few veterans. It remains to be seen who will replace Tony Pollard as the team's starting running back in 2024. Dallas re-signed running back Rico Dowdle, who could once again have a role in the backfield next season. More moves are expected to be on the horizon at the position for the Cowboys. The Cowboys have kept Rico Dowdle on a one-year deal, ESPN's Todd Archer remarked in a March 18 message on X. With 89 carries for 361 yards, he is their leading returning rusher with Tony Pollard off to Tennessee. Look for the Cowboys to continue to look for RB help with veterans or the draft. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation Stephon Gilmore? Leave your opinion in the comments.